Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for February 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your monthly reading for February 2025. I can't believe we're here already, but here we are. And just to remind you, of course, I've just opened up a competition to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What can they expect in the month of February 2025? Please show them the way. What are they meant to be aware of on a personal level? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. What do they need to see for the future? What is coming ahead for them? Now, of course, we've just moved into Aquarius season, and this month encourages you to tap into your free spirit and your inner rebel. Try new things, embrace your individuality, be flamboyant, and discover what really makes you unique. You may feel a strong desire to connect with others this month, be more sociable, involve yourself in the community more, or even fill your diary with new events and experiences. Maybe even jump into some training for a charitable event or organize giving back to the community in some way. Aquarius season asks you to be open to the alternative, so you might experiment with new recipes, watch independent theater or cinema, feel inclined to catch a really out there art exhibition, seek new experimental documentaries or books on the unknown. Maybe even try a new look or style, or expand your knowledge with higher learning. It's really time to embrace the unfamiliar. You know, this month is where your genius comes forward with flashes of insight and eureka moments as you innovate all aspects of your life. Challenge the status quo and find fresh new pathways to complement any routines or responsibilities that you have to adhere to. Because, hey, you know, that's life. We got to do what we got to do. But this month it adds extra creative flair, a spring in your step, and a desire to really shake things up a little bit. Now, if you don't know already, February really will remind you that you are fabulous. February is often associated with a very commercialized day of romance, but whether you're in a relationship or not, this season really dials up the desire to romance your life. As Venus, the planet of unconditional love and passion, it offers you an extra dreamy feel as it cozies up to Neptune. Now, it's a perfect time to have a heartfelt conversation with those that you really care about. Strengthen friendships, relationships, and most importantly, deepen the connection with self. You may feel compelled to book a little date night with yourself this month and do something really special to remind you that you've come a long way. Give yourself permission to celebrate the wonderful you. Now, the most exciting planetary shift this month is Jupiter, which stations direct, and in doing so, it shines benevolence on us once more with rays of good luck and abundance. If you've been receiving tough lessons from the universe that you didn't ask for, not seeing results, feeling defeated or deflated, or even submerged in a deeply reflective growth period, it may have been that Jupiter and Mars have been retrograding, but finally the light at the end of the tunnel appears on the 4th of February, as Jupiter expands opportunity, curiosity, good fortune, and most importantly, sets you up to receive rewards for all of your hard work, especially since Aldebaran, the star of wealth and good fortune, supports Jupiter's pivot. Now, Mars turns direct on the 23rd of February, which increases your energy, motivation, passion, and ambition. Productivity will really reach climactic levels during this time. It's a great time to manifest and make life happen for you. Now, also, the North Node conjuncts Neptune in the sign of Pisces, emphasizing the call to experience the unfamiliar. Expect very vivid dreams during this time and very original ideas as well. And on a global scale, of course, if you don't want to hear this part, please fast forward. We could actually see a bit of a wobble in the stock market, or at least an honest assessment of how things really are under the surface bluster, which may even indicate an up-and-coming market correction. Now, this North Node can actually deliver a rude awakening, especially when partnered with Neptune. It literally bursts the bubble of illusion, especially when printing money out of thin air to float economies on hollow foundations. And when we reach March and April, Saturn could actually offer this very strict correction, bringing reality to the surface with a bump. Now, the majority of the planets are hanging out in water signs this month without the grounding of Earth, so we may see water-related events occurring around the world. In particular, that underwater volcano that I keep seeing in my visions, the more I see it, the more, I realize we're getting closer to the event with that. And of course, there is a lack of planets positioned in Earth signs, so this can really shake things up seismically and cause plates to shift on a larger scale. The Earth, it moves all the time, of course, but the planets this month could destabilize some of the major fault lines. And with Uranus and Neptune, their energy is running the show this month. I would say expect the unexpected, especially the weird and the very questionable. Okay, there's going to be a lot of weird things happening, especially when it comes to Mars going direct as well, because this period can actually amplify conflicts, or it can increase people's tension, and there could be a bit of a clash there as well. So I just want you to be aware of that. Now, of course, Pluto continues to reveal corruption, especially confirmation of anything you intuitively already know is going on behind the scenes. Exposés will continue across the board, and Mercury, the 7th planet to join the planetary parade on the 28th of February, it actually creates a beautiful arc across the sky. So on a personal level, it offers you a shift, a solidarity, that all you strive for is somehow coming together. And the moon makes a glorious alignment with Jupiter, making this month a perfect time to manifest and muscle in on better luck. So we also have dreamy Neptune in Pisces, which could reveal a secret admirer. And of course, ultimately, it is a great month to follow your heart and know that the universe has your back and supports all that you wish to achieve. Now, looking at your energy, you have a lot of wands, you have a lot of swords, and I definitely see here that you are brainstorming. So lots of new ideas, transforming your life. There is an energy here of the Justice card, cause and effect. So this is about you taking an honest look at your life and making some adjustments there. February is a month to be flexible as well. So I feel like, yes, you're going to be very busy. I feel like you're ticking a lot of things off your to-do list. I do see that you're going to be very productive and, of course, organized, especially when, you have the Seven of Swords here. This is an independent energy. I would say don't go too quickly or feel rushed into anything, because you may miss something and have to return to it. But the cause and effect, it really means that there's some good karma coming your way. Now, this card, it can indicate that a lot of you are going to be focusing on administrative tasks, paperwork, contracts. This could be a month where you're looking at expiry dates. So if you are about to travel, for example, check your passport or visa details. There could be an expiry date or something connected to a due date where you have to renew something. It could also be, contracts or service providers. It could be that things are ticking over and you either need to renew or disconnect, because we have the Death card there. Now, the Death card can also indicate renewal. So a lot of you, you may find with the Six of Wands there, an alternative provider for something that you already pay for, but at a lower price. So this is a great month for discount and deals. So I would say, just keep your eyes peeled. Page of Swords is to, investigate or look around to see, if you can find a leading competitor that can offer you a better deal. I see a lot of you upgrading this month. For some of you, it could be an upgrade of a car or a phone or, something in your life. For some of you, this could also be a certification or qualification, something that perhaps you've been in training for, because I really see here that it will give you a new lease of life. It really makes you feel fulfilled, whatever this is. If you're taking a test, for example, I see you passing with flying colors. So congratulations there. I feel like you already have the knowledge to take you to that position, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, you're really going to breeze it, whatever it is, okay? Now, of course, this card indicates the investment of what you focus on. You will see results in that area. So this is about you multitasking, but also not spreading yourself too thin, especially since you got that Seven of Swords there. You know, Seven of Swords, the figure in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, they're carrying 5 swords and rushing off, but always looking back because there's 2 swords that have been left behind. So it could be that you're prioritizing this month and that, you know, you have so much that you need to do, but you will have time to return to some other things that you've put on the back burner and you'll get it done. But a lot of you, it could be that perhaps, you know, if you do rush into something or go too quickly, or you feel extra, you know, frazzled, shall we say, if you've got a lot on your plate, I feel like you could miss something, have to return to it. Some of you may actually, especially with the 5 of Swords present, and if you're in a working environment like a career, or, you know, you work for a company or even an entrepreneur and you have employees, for example, you may find that someone makes a mistake and you're the person who has to return to correct it. But you do save the day, okay? I feel like you're championed for, you know, winning or doing it and, you know, solving it, because I feel a lot of swords there, problem-solving month for you there. But also, this is about being in the flow of your life, creating harmony. And some of you, if you're going through a court case, for example, or you have some legal things that you have to deal with, I would say, you know, just be a little bit mindful. If you're up against a company, establishment, or another person, for example, if you're going through a divorce, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. It can be very tense or create a lot of anxiety there. But Seven of Swords, I would say, expect someone to play a little bit dirty, okay? But I would say with your overarching energy, you are leading with integrity. You're being honest. You're documenting everything. You have all your papers in order, okay? I even feel like you reveal something that they think you don't have. So this could be a piece of information, or, you know, perhaps they are trying to intimidate in some way. But 6 of Wands tells me that you are the champion. It tells me that, you know, you get through this. The Death card can indicate as well that perhaps you reach a milestone in this case, and maybe there's a little bit more to go to tie up loose ends on it. But that Page of Swords is like, keep your eyes peeled, because they will do everything they can to win. Okay, they may pull stuff out from like years and years ago, is what I'm seeing there. But ultimately, I feel this is something that you will be successful at, and I feel it will be a fair outcome, okay? So if you're dealing with that, I would say don't allow it to affect your health, okay? Keep a close eye on tension, anxiety, because I feel it's really important to note that what is meant for you will never pass you by. And some things are fated and destined to happen. And, you know, you've got this. So, you know, just relax, do everything you need to do, step up, be vigilant. This is a card to be vigilant there. But ultimately, 6 of Wands tells me that you really get a great outcome there, okay? And it may not be fully over in the month of February. It may tick over a little bit, but it is close to coming to an end, okay? And with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from that energy. Now, this is really about your soul song. It's about you being your authentic self. It's about you doing what's right for you as well. So this could be that you're making some adjustments this month in order to be in the flow of getting your responsibilities and your tasks done, but also having some me time, some play time, for example. You know, I would also say that a lot of you, this is a big month for you connecting to your higher self. I'm getting an energy here of opening the door to your subconscious mind and reprogramming your brain, as it were. And what I mean by that is it's like, you know, maybe first thing in the morning and last thing at night, you're kind of asking yourself questions like, how am I going to show up for myself today? You know, what lessons did I learn from yesterday that I can reprogram today? And kind of review to remind yourself that, you know, you need to stop doing, or you need to stop feeling something that perhaps is negative or hurting you in some way. Because I would say when we apply this energy to a personal kind of energy of you and your connection to yourself, 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords can indicate that sometimes you tear yourself down, or it can indicate that you're a little bit critical upon yourself. Or it could be that, you know, just when you're doing something that's awesome and really successful, you know, those self-sabotaging thoughts come in, because swords are all about thoughts, okay? The inner critic. So I feel like you're really conquering those thoughts, or at least noticing them this month and saying, no, you're not getting the opportunity to tear me down. I feel anything, you know, with that Six of Wands, you're raising yourself up this month and being more confident within your wonderful self and realizing that just before you're about to be like so successful in some area, suddenly those thoughts come in like, what if I fail? Or what if it goes wrong? Or what if I don't get it? But what if you fly? What if you do get it? What if you are so successful beyond your wildest dreams? What lies on the other side of fear? What lies on the other side of self-criticism is what I see there as well. So just be a little bit mindful of that. I feel it's something that you actually kind of like correct or become so aware of it that you're guarding against it. Okay, you're just being vigilant and noticing that when you're about to be really awesome and have a certain measure of success, you know, you're not going to sabotage it with your thoughts. So I feel like you're breaking old patterns or habits, you know, maybe even bad habits that you're breaking this month, and kind of like keeping an eye that you don't get tempted to really like slip back into something familiar, shall we say, that perhaps is not so good for you. So please apply it to your situation. This could be like a connection to a person. It could be, you know, food related. It could be your thoughts. It could be an environment. You know, it could be something that perhaps you just slip into your old ways of. But I do see that you're not tempted to fall back into that. Now, I would say for some of you, not all of you, it's if you've come to this reading and you've had something like, you know, now, I just want you to be super aware that this is something that's already happened. When you have the protagonist energy, it means it's something you're kind of dealing with right now, okay? I don't see it happening for the month of February, so I don't want anyone freaking out. For some of you, you may have had something stolen from you, a theft or a burglary, for example, or, you know, perhaps you're dealing with that and you're dealing with filling in forms with the law. You know, I feel justice will be done, okay? I feel that actually this person will be caught. However, okay, and I don't like to give this message, okay, what I am being given is that they may be given like a caution or a warning. Okay, this person, whoever done it, you know, they've got form, they've done it, they're going to do it again. But where I see this, it's like with the Seven of Swords and the Justice card, it feels like there's an injustice. So it's like they get caught and perhaps you may even get some of your stuff back, or you may even like get some sort of compensation, okay? But this person, you know, with the Page of Swords, I feel like they're not really going to get a major charge where they're kind of like put away. And this is only for theft, okay? That's what I'm being given here. Because the Page of Swords, it's like they're being watched by perhaps, you know, the authorities, and in the future, they'll be caught for something else. But they're not going to revisit your door. There's going to be no more theft after that. So if you've been burgled, for example, and it's changed your energy of how you feel about your environment, okay? I just see with the Six of Wands there that, you know, you kind of like regain your confidence in your environment, and the Page of Swords can indicate that maybe you put some sort of security in there, or, you know, you're just extra vigilant with your environment. But, you know, it transforms the way you feel about it, but you will feel a little bit more secure in that environment. Some of you may even think about leaving the neighborhood or leaving an environment because of it. And again, I feel like you're secure as well if you make that decision. So that's coming through there, sending a lot of love and a lot of hugs to you there. I've been through that myself, so I understand. This was many years ago, but I do understand how it shifts your energy and perspective. So if you have gone through that, you know, I want you to be aware that it's not going to repeat. Okay, so there you go. That's coming through there as well. But with a lot of respect, I'm going to disconnect from that. And I do not see that happening for February for anybody. So I just want you to be aware. Now, the Seven of Swords is actually a misunderstood card. It actually means to be very independent, to do something your own way that other people can either misunderstand or can misconstrue, or just feel like you're stepping out of a comfort zone and they like you to be in their little box of expectation. So it could be that you have to have a really honest conversation to someone that's really close to you, maybe even a boss or a neighbor, of how you're running your life, and that, you know, this is your prerogative to do what you got to do. Some of you could be setting up a new business as well. It could be that you are finding a structure, a legal structure, in order to become an entrepreneur, because this can be like you going solo, doing an independent business, or if you're already an entrepreneur, it could be that you're dealing with contracts or you're dealing with branching out in your business in some way in order to make sure that everything is finalized before you launch something. I feel there could be some paperwork or, calculations and things like that before you actually launch. Six of Wands can be the launch pad. So I feel February, especially the end of February, could be something that is really exciting for you. And a lot of people are going to be very curious about your business, your services, or whatever goods you have to offer. Some of you, because there's so many swords here, it could be that you're doing something online this month. And I would say, patent your goods or copyright, because there could be some copycats there, or someone who wants to perhaps pinch your intellectual property. So I would just watch out for that there as well. But that Seven of Swords, I'm going to pull a quick card on it, because some of you could be doing something behind the scenes. Not something negative, but it could be that you're doing something that's really right for you, but you just don't want to share it right now. So you could be like brainstorming or launching something. Maybe it's a personal development project. Perhaps it could be a diet or exercise routine, for example, and you're not really going to allow anyone to see what you're doing until you feel ready to reveal the results. So let me just pull a card on that Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, especially with the Justice card, can also indicate you have to make a major decision this month, and you have to make an informed decision. And with that Page of Swords, it means you leave no stone unturned, because you need all of the information to move forward. You don't want to make a half kind of like investigated decision. So it could be that you are making like inquiries, shall we say, about different aspects of the decision you have to make before you actually make that decision. I see that you do make the decision and it is the right one for you, and I feel like you're going to celebrate something. Six of Wands, there is some really great news. This could be an award, it could be a triumph, a conquering of something, it could be, some sort of accomplishment, or you even stepping into the spotlight in your career. For some of you, it is financial related. That Knight of Pentacles can indicate that you're keeping a close eye on your budget or your finances, but also some of you may hear some work news. If you're currently out of work, for example, it can indicate that you are about to have an opportunity to step into the working environment. There's definitely, I would say, two roles here, two sort of opportunities here, but one, it kind of feels like you don't fit in, okay? And I feel that's the one where you're picking up vibes, where there is low workers' morale and office politics. And I feel like really you do not fit in there. Even though it seems like on paper a really great deal, really notice how you feel in the interview and look around. Just feel the environment. Intuitively, you know which one's right for you, of course. You're going to pick the one that increases your finances, but also gives you an opportunity to grow and feel like you're making a difference and a mark in your industry. You're going to make the right decision. But there's one where you feel, yeah, I mean, it's nice, but there's something. Maybe even you can't pinpoint it or locate it, but your gut instinct is telling you this one's not right. And I feel for some of you, the measure of it will really be an off-the-cuff comment made by someone who is interviewing you, or even the reception. When you go into major companies, there tends to be someone who's like looking after reception, or maybe security, perhaps the desk where you have to like sign in. So it could be from then. But pay close attention to any comments that are made. If you think, ooh, that was a weird comment, this is the one that I feel technically you should avoid, but only if intuitively you feel that you should, okay? Now, the Knight of Pentacles can also indicate that you're working really hard and you're doing everything that you can to make life run smoothly. So, the Knight of Pentacles can indicate for some of you, your finances have plateaued, whether you're in a career or, whether you're retired. It could be that, your finances, you've worked hard for it and it's at a certain level, and you may feel that this month there's no extra coming on in, okay? Now, I would say for a lot of you, you are maintaining and sustaining this month. I feel like some of you may hear, especially if you're in a career, you may hear of news of opportunities to elevate, promotions and things like that. And I feel with that Six of Wands, you will celebrate something, but it's almost like there may be opportunities made available within your company, but people are going to go for it. And of course, there's competition. Don't overthink it, because I feel actually you're starred for actually accomplishing this. Six of Wands is an accomplishment. Okay, and for some of you, especially if you're retired, you may see slight fluctuation in your finances there, and it feels like there's just a little bit more, or you may hear of maybe inflation is going to pump it up a little bit. I'm not really sure how all these economic kind of fluctuations work with finances, but I feel for some of you, you may celebrate some good news regarding money. So there could be a small win there, okay, but ultimately, the steady money that you have coming in is going to sort of stay at the same level. This night, there's no movement here, so it can indicate, that financially things are at a bit of a standstill this month, and you're just keeping a tight rein on your finances there as well. Now, also, this card, it literally means you're stable. Okay, it means that you are secure. It also means that you're working really hard for, your life to remain on top of your responsibilities. And of course, it can also indicate that in an industry or an environment or even in an argument, you're the last person standing. You're the person who is articulate. You're the person who is savvy. You're the person who has new ideas. And you're the person who is still remaining true to your course. And that's something that I definitely see here for you as well. Now, that Two of Pentacles, it does tend to tell me that, you are multitasking. You're going to be super busy. But also the Two of Pentacles can indicate that you're shuffling some finances around, paying certain bills, repayment plans, mortgages, just keeping things ticking over as usual. Because that Justice card, it can be like your responsibilities to do what you feel is right to keep life running smoothly. But also the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you have no time for inconsistency or anyone who wastes your time. I feel like you're getting into the flow and the rhythm of the year. You may have felt that, you were making some major adjustments in January, and you're still making some adjustments in February, but I feel more in the rhythm for you in the month of February there. And also, of course, being flexible. I feel that you're multitasking, but also prioritizing what's important at this time. And the Two of Pentacles can indicate as well that, you may be like not taking any risks financially this month. That's something that's just popped up there with my guides that have given me that. But also I feel this is a choice card, okay? You're looking at your options regarding something. For some of you, this is second streams of income. So it could be that you're setting up something that creates passive income, or perhaps you are setting something up that you will have to keep monitoring, shall we say, because you do have that Page of Swords there. Page of Swords is new information or new ideas or launching something that you've had an idea on, and I feel it will bring in extra money, but you may not see the impact of that until further down the line. And what I mean by that is it could be something that you launch in February, but when you do all your calculations and correlate the money and it comes towards you, there could be like a month delay, for example, or it accumulates in an account before you can actually release it. I just get an energy of you really knowing how you've made an impact in your finances, like about a month or 6 weeks after you launching. So that's something that's coming through there as well. Busy month, I would say, but also being in the flow. And, we have the manifestation card. Now, I want you to be aware that, of course, your 9th house and your 4th house are governing you this month. The 9th house is all about the great quest for meaning, connection to like life's purpose. So you're going to be focusing on your life plan. You're going to be focusing on learning more about who you are, reestablishing your connection with your higher self, and feel compelled as well to maybe even connect to a spiritual retreat or do some sort of spiritual course, or really just sit with self in order to manifest. This is a high month for manifestation, and the 9th house really helps you with that as well. Also, this is a month where you may connect to higher learning. It may be something that you've already booked that you're actually going to continue, because there's such a roll-on kind of energy going on in your reading. But also for some of you, it could be something new that you suddenly see in the month of February and you book it. It could be something that's online as well. I feel a lot of you are committed and dedicated to success on your goals and your responsibilities. And I feel for a lot of you, there is a fresh new start. Now, fresh new starts can actually occur in different areas of our lives. This could be like a new coffee house across town. You're deciding to shake up your routine. For some of you, it could be a new job. It could be a new environment, new home. For some of you, it could also be that, you hit a new milestone in terms of success in something that you've been really diligently working towards transforming. because I do see that you see a measure of success and have some really great news at the end of the month there. But this is a manifestation card, and you know, it's initially in the resistance position, so it can indicate that you feel like you have unfulfilled potential in some area of your life, and you set to course correct that this month. And I feel with that Five of Swords, you know, this is about you kind of like looking at your thoughts and how they can become things. Nine of Cups indicates you are going to have a wish delivered to you, or you're going to feel really content with the way that you run your month. But also, initially, they are in the resistance position, so it can indicate that you are, you know, trying to protect your inner peace. And for some of you, well, I hate to give this message, but for some of you, I am being given this energy of you kind of like finding out that someone perhaps was a little bit loose with the truth, or didn't tell you something, wasn't forthcoming with something. This could be someone close to you, okay? I feel like you're a little bit disappointed in this person, but I feel like you get over this. So I'm not really sure what this is, but I keep being given this energy in your whole reading of like being vigilant and catching something, or like finding out something. Now, this doesn't have to be with someone close to you. It can be, you know, in your working environment. It could be that you behind the scenes, you find out that there's a merge, or that you find out that someone's leaving or has been doing something that is a little bit negative. For some of you, it could be a neighbor who's perhaps been doing something, you know, this is really weird, but I've just got this sudden burst of energy coming through. It's like you could find that your neighbor has been trying to tap into your Wi-Fi and get it for free. Is that a thing? It probably is, if I thought it and it's just come in, you know, that's something. So please take that as it resonates. That's not great. I feel rather than a dispute, you actually disconnect it. Okay, so please apply it to your situation. That's so random. Okay, yeah, so I'll leave that there. We got the Temperance card, Seven of Swords again, and we've got the Four of Swords. Okay, now I would also say, yeah, there is a lot of energy that's connecting to all of I've said so far. I mean, the Temperance card is patience, but it's also your card. It's about you kind of like blending your energies. We got the Seven of Swords, you know, which is a measure of like going too quickly and like missing something and having to return to it. But also it can be, you know, if you have experienced a theft in the past before you came to this reading, it's like you'll be able to sleep easier knowing that this person is not going to return. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. But I feel this is about you getting good quality rest. If you're always on the go, even in February, you know, Four of Swords says take a moment for yourself. Really take some time to look after yourself. I mean, this could also be that if you're rushing around, there's a higher chance for you to like trip over, for example, or twist an ankle. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't see that happening there, but I'm just highlighting that, you know, this is a month in particular not to rush into anything, especially because of the planetary alignments. You know, slow and steady wins the race. Also, the Seven of Swords with the Four of Swords, as I mentioned already, it's like time to mull things over, okay? Like, if you have to make a decision, an informed decision, make sure you take some good quality time alone to really think it through. You're protected and directed, but you may have to weigh up your options before you make the decision and before the path becomes clear, okay? So I would say, especially if you're manifesting something as well, I would say get really clear on what it is that you want. Maybe even write it down. Because sometimes when we want something, we have an idea of what it should be. And we visualize it, of course, and we ask the universe for it. And we may say something like, "Dear universe, I would love, I don't know, lots of money." Okay, some people want lots of money. Some people want health. Some people want it all, of course, and we should all want it all, and we can have access to it all. But if you ask the universe, for example, "I want lots of money," and the universe says, "Your wish is my command," and then the next day, you know, because it hasn't shown up just yet, because it takes time. And of course, we must, you know, try to meet the universe halfway by doing something to put ourselves in a position to just achieve that goal. And then the next day you may say, "Dear universe, I would really love lots of money, especially through my work." Then the universe says, "Oh, okay, you want it through your work. Okay, so you've changed it. The goal is still the same, but how you get it it's changed. Then the next day you're like, oh, I wish I could just win the lottery. And the universe says, okay, so you want to get the money through the lottery, not through your work. You're reordering. So I would say always write down your intention, write it down and read it word for word. And then just trust that the universe is going to deliver it to you, and just, get busy making it happen at the same time, and it will occur. Many years ago, someone said this to me and I was like, no way is that going to work. And I literally created a vision board. I like to call it an intention board. And I put things on there that I cannot believe. Of course, it took about maybe 5 years for all those things, but literally everything on that vision board, nearly to the point where it was photographic identical to what I achieved and received from the universe, and so grateful for it. But they were right. Every day I was like swinging between like, oh gosh, I want to pay the bills. I want to do this. I need to do this. And, then suddenly my friend said, get precise. And then I did, created the intention board, and to the point where they said, print out a picture of what it is that you visualize that you want, maybe from a magazine or something. And I did all that. And suddenly, I just felt this sense of ease, like, you know what? I'm supported by the universe. It's good. I saw that vision board pretty much every day when I walked past it. Okay. Not something that I went and visited every day and looked at, but it was in my line of sight every time I walked through a certain door in my apartment. And everything started to manifest. So I want you to be aware that manifestation, of course, it is real, but we got to be really precise about it. I feel sometimes the way people discuss manifestation, they miss out some key ingredients regarding it. What you can see in your mind, you can have in your hand. Thoughts really do become things. And that's what's great about this card. It's like, the mind, the vision, and the hand, they are connected. The universe sets, a vibration frequency in motion for you to connect to the thing that you want. Even Einstein said, the thing you want wants you, but you've got to connect to the vibration of it. And how do you do that? It's by seeing it and, feeling what it would feel like if you had it. So I feel this is a big month for you to really tap into that because of that 9th house. And I also feel, with your 4th house of stability, your home life, this is you focusing on your stability financially, but also your home space. So you could be decluttering this month, clearing out a closet or getting organized on something. But also this is about home responsibilities, family responsibilities. So I feel a lot of you are juggling that, and you're going to be on top of your goals, but you may change your schedule in some way. Some of you may get up a little bit earlier, for example. Cause and effect is in process with you for this month. So however you're changing your environment or the way that you approach your month, I feel you can see the results, and it just frees up time for you, and you just feel great about, having more time for you there. Now, 5 of Swords in a resistance position actually is very positive. It means that you're protecting your inner peace. It also indicates that if you've been problem solving or, going through a challenging time, suddenly, I feel things get easier for you, and I feel you kind of like solve a problem, for example. But also if you've been having conflict with a person, I feel this person could come towards you in the month of February and really try to offer an olive branch. Now, of course, you're not just going to sweep it under the carpet and say, okay, I forgive you. I feel, of course, there may be a very delicate and diplomatic conversation that occurs where you set the record straight and you basically remind them of your healthier boundaries and say, no, this will not occur again. I will not accept it. I give you this opportunity to step up, or the next time you step out. So I really feel you could have a very interesting but delicate conversation. And I feel this person wants to step up. Okay, so I feel like they really do mean what they say. And I feel, you get the best of both worlds. You don't lose a friendship or a relationship based on it because you set your intention and you tell that person that you're not willing to accept less than you truly deserve. Now, this could be a conversation across the board. It doesn't have to be connected to a family member or a friend. It could be a boss or a neighbor. It could be, a person in a position of authority. It could be that you're setting the record straight on something, and I feel like there's a win here for you. Now, of course, the 9 of Cups initially is in the resistance position, but it will go into the upright. This card in the resistance position, it means you cannot fast track. Okay, there's certain protocols or things that you need to do before you get to the desired destination, and I feel like that. So Don't sweat the small stuff. I would also say there's no need for worry or anxiety. Some of you are literally conquering that this month, or finding that perhaps you may have had like a vitamin deficiency or a hormonal fluctuation that has really like amplified your anxiety or your feelings of like you need to get everything done now, or that time is running out. But you actually managed to make that equal. You know, it feels like your equilibrium kind of stabilizes there. So I feel like you get on top of that. And that Nine of Cups, it just feels like you're content again. Now, of course, this card indicates success. It means, you know, that you are going to find the balance between pleasure and working really hard, but also a wish is delivered. So whatever it is you're wishing for, because of course it's different for everybody, there is some sort of like highlight here in February where you get what you wish for, or, you know, you accomplish what you set out to do. You know, this is a great month to challenge yourself is what I see there, because I feel whatever it is you're challenging yourself to do, you accomplish it and you get the best out of the situation, and you feel really content and proud of yourself that you went for it. Okay. Now, also, of course, the Nine of Cups is an energy of being grateful for what you have already, because the more grateful you are, of course, the more you accomplish, the more is sent your way. And I feel a lot of you are, you know, analyzing your journey this month, really processing the past to find more security and grounding in the present moment, and building on whatever it is that you've got so far. I would say with the Nine of Cups, a lot of you, this is all about your vision, what you wish for, okay, and how you can make that become a reality, because the Nine of Cups, along with the ninth house, is your vision. You know, it's your dreams and your goals, and your fourth house is making it a reality, materializing it on the physical plane. But also with this Nine of Cups energy, I really feel, you know, that you're going to be super positive, okay? It's almost like you're conquering negative thoughts to be more positive and have emotional fulfillment. Spend time with your nearest and dearest, whoever they may be. And if you're currently searching for your soul tribe, I feel some of you may kind of book some sort of environment or course or something that you challenge yourself to do. It's very cerebral, whatever it is. I mean, I'm trying to think what it could be. For some of you, I mean, cerebral energy, immediately I think of like chess. So it could be that you're joining a chess club or a book club, or, you know, a debating club, for example. Or it could be something that you are doing where you learn information. It can be connected to your work, or it could be connected to your spiritual evolution in some way, and you join a group of people, and initially they feel very much like they're very different from you, and you're not sure how you're going to gel with these people. But actually, I feel that you come out of this group with two very strong alliances and friends, and one in particular you talk to literally every day after that. Okay, so both of them are very great friendships that you kind of evolve into in this group. But also one in particular, it's literally like they become a bestie. You converse every day. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. Now, also, a lot of you, especially if you've been a little bit in hermit mode recently, I feel the month of February for you is going to be a little bit more sociable. You're allowing yourself to be seen. So this is about, you know, ending a period of feeling submerged in something and emerging triumphant, but also getting out there and doing lots of events, for example. The Death card, it can literally mean the end of something, because it's at the end here. It could be the end of the month. It could be that you're launching something, or you're excited about going somewhere. For some of you, you could be like keeping your eye on, you know, a travel destination that you want to book, because I'm just getting this energy of like travel will be on your mind, but after. My guides are showing me this like beach, okay? It feels like it's not ready yet, but you could be keeping your eye on it, or it's something that you want to book for the future. So I feel it's beach related for a lot of you. So it could be a sandy beach somewhere with a lot of sun. And that's your dream. It's almost like you know where you're at right now, but you're dreaming of far off shores, and you're going to book that far off shore. And I do see that you could be saving for that, but I feel like you get it at a discount or a better deal. Maybe an early bird special, for example. I'm not really sure, but that's coming through there as well. Now, of course, that transformation card, it is the Death card. So it really indicates that as you close a chapter to something, you're transitioning to something greater. So for some of you, this could be an opportunity. You're leaving a place for a better opportunity. For some of you, this could be overseas, but I'm not really getting that energy right now. I'm just getting like vacational energy. So it could be that you may be traveling to a vacation destination to kind of like hunt whether you want to be in that place long term. So it could be a little bit of investigation, because I feel your month really is about being deep in thought. It's about the journey you've taken. It's about, you know, looking at how you've overcome stuff and how you are in charge of your thoughts. But it's also about investigating new, exciting experiences. It's about fresh new ideas, fresh new starts, being more sort of sporadic or, you know, impromptu in things. And I feel for some of you, there could be an impromptu meeting with friends where, you know, it's just like the good old days is what I'm seeing there as well. Now, a lot of you with the Death card, because it does herald a new start, you could launch a new idea or a new look, or some of you could even promote your work or promote yourself in a different way this month, and you really get seen. I mean, if you are someone who's on social media or, you know, you're thinking about heading that way, you're an influencer, I see that there's a strong potential here for you to go viral or, you know, step into, you know, a public arena in some way. It could be that you're giving a presentation. It doesn't have to be that you're like in front of the world lens in terms of being famous, but this card indicates fame. So if you are in an industry where you want to be seen in that way, I feel fame is on the cards for you, and a new job is on the horizon or new project. You know, Page of Swords indicates people are watching. It can indicate that someone in a high position is actually, you know, keeping their eyes peeled on your progress, and they like what they see. So they want to employ you or they want to offer you something. Page is news. So I feel it's important to recognize that there is some sort of news coming on in here that you will celebrate, even on a personal level. Okay, it doesn't have to be that you're going to be famous. Doesn't have to be that you're going to be, you know, seeing your reputation rise, which I feel if you're in industry, you definitely are. Maybe even promotion vibes for some of you, but it could be a conversation about it, and it could be that it's offered a little bit later down the line. For some of you, it involves someone leaving first so that the doors can kind of open a little bit more freely in new roles. You're not taking that person's role, but I see it could be that they need to, you know, move things around before you get that. But a lot of you, I feel this energy of like you promising yourself that you're going to do something and you do what you say. You know, it's about you kind of honoring your energy and making sure that you're on top of things and kind of like doing what's right for you and celebrating yourself a little bit more. You know, Six of Wands can also indicate that you're enlightened this month, that you are basking in the glory of higher awareness of what you need to do. And you're not just saying you're going to do it, you're actually actioning it. Okay. I mean, Six of Wands is also, you know, as I said earlier, qualification, certification, but also seeing the results of something you've been investing in. It is prosperous energy. And, you know, that Page of Swords also indicates that you're quick thinking, you're shrewd, you're also tactful and diplomatic in a situation. And I feel, you know, you get to negotiate better deals and like barter a situation. For some of you, this could be you're bartering on the price of, you know, a product that you want to purchase. Or it could be that if you're like going on an auction site, for example, you're keeping an eye on a product that you want to purchase. I feel that at the last minute, you're quicker than everybody else and you get in there and you purchase whatever it is that you've got your eye on. I also feel that a lot of you are not getting involved in gossip, but you could hear something scandalous or you could hear something that you feel is absolutely not acceptable this month. And you may actually try to defend someone either in their absence, or you may try to defend a person who you feel is, you know, is the underdog or is a little bit defenseless in a situation. I mean, for some of you, you could literally be in training to go into the law so that you could defend people who need your help, whether that's be a lawyer or, you know, a person who goes into the services, for example. You know, I feel this is about you transforming people's lives around you. So this could also be your family, for example. I'm just going to pull some final cards on that energy. I mean, Six of Wands, whatever it is, it's really super positive, and it can indicate that any obstacles or difficulties that you've basically been experiencing are overcome, and you are taking leadership of your life, and you will be recognized for your achievements, but also appreciated by those around you who benefit from whatever it is that you do. Three of Wands, you're on the right path. So if you've been asking yourself, you know, are you on the right path? The answer is yes. You know, this is all about following your heart's desire in whatever area of life you wish to be sort of in the flow of. Also, this indicates that there are an expansion of opportunities, but this card is like, what's next? You know, I feel like you're ticking things off your list. Those two wands, this figure has already accomplished this and is on to the next. So this is about new ideas. It's about keeping things moving forward and realizing that there's a big old wide world out there, and you are kind of like embracing it. This is a card of expansion. And of course, Jupiter is making some major moves this month. So this is going to benefit you more than most because of your connection to it. And I would also say this is about you like seeing the results, not just waiting for the results. And also I feel travel. Okay. This is a card of like waiting for the right moment to set sail and travel to pastures new, whether that's kind of like in terms of your career, whether it's in terms of like travel, for example, or whether it's to expand on your finances or even expand on your energy levels. I feel like you have it all this month. Okay, we've got the map, exploration, you know, doing a little bit of extra digging, explorative energy where you're investigating new ways of living, maybe even like new recipes, as I mentioned earlier, or maybe like, because I'm getting an energy here of going back to the earth. Okay, so some of you, it could be that perhaps you're finding like natural remedies for something, or I'm not really sure what I'm getting here. Yeah, I really get this energy of like, yeah, natural remedies. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Always important to get the advice of a practitioner before you do anything like that. But you. Also, I mean, in terms of love, because of course this is February and there's going to be like Valentine's Day, I would say you actually have a secret admirer. Page of Swords is someone who's watching you from the sidelines. Six of Wands, this person may be a person who tends to champion you or tends to want to raise you up. If you ever do something, that is celebrated, this person is the first person to reach out and say, oh my gosh, you did a great job, I'm running over to celebrate. Or it could be someone where if you are doing something competitive, maybe even hitting the gym or something like that, or maybe you're doing something that is connected to well, I want to say travel industry for some of you, but that's not going to resonate with everyone. I just feel like there is a recognition of you doing something or achieving something, and it could be a competitive arena. I feel this person, they are going to reveal their feelings for you. So you may actually get a little card from this person to say, secret admirer, but it opens up a dialogue of who sent you that. And then they kind of like reveal the truth. This person's been hiding their feelings for a long time. Okay. And for those of you who are like, no, don't know anyone like that, I do see here that for some of you, there is some sort of event, okay, that perhaps you go to where people kind of like, I'm just seeing lots of like dancing, and I'm seeing also as well like someone dancing, but someone being raised up literally like this. So it could be like a wedding, or it could be an engagement, or maybe a party where someone gets like really like wild and kind of like picks someone up and puts them on their shoulder, because I'm actually seeing that in the water right now. And this could be an event if you're invited to a wedding or an engagement, for example. I mean, it could be a birthday or a celebration. I feel there's a strong implication that you'll meet someone new there. So I feel, although you're not really focusing on romance, I do feel that a lot of you, there is someone new that you're going to be talking to, and you may just see how it goes for now. I can't see if this person is going to settle down and marry you, for example, if you're looking for marriage. But you do have very interesting cards, which is the Justice card, all about soul contracts, and of course you got the Rings card here as well, which is about high level commitments. So I would say it's very promising. I can actually only see so far that you are going to move in with this person, But that's because the energy, doesn't extend further than that. If you're in a high-level commitment with a person already, because you have the Rings card, it could be that your person has a really honest, open discussion with you and asks you to maybe renew your vows, perhaps, or change location. Could be a big conversation about relocation in the future, or maybe something that you're thinking about for the future, but you're just thinking about it now, okay? And before I move forward, because I'm actually seeing... Interesting. I'm actually seeing a very famous artist's work, okay? This artist is Kusama, okay? Japanese artist Kusama, and all those polka dots, okay? So polka dots tend to mean be playful, have fun, be more spontaneous. But also I feel it could be that this month you're literally connecting the dots on projects or information. Okay, so you're calculating something. I see a lot of you calculating something. It could be finances, of course. It could be that you're trying to keep a tight rein on your finances this month. But also, I mean, Kusama's art is like about identity merging self with the universe, and your ninth house really supports that. So it could be that higher learning or that higher connection to self. Maybe even therapeutic practices, okay? Color, dots, and, the infinity of dots, creating like an illusion to kind of like be therapeutic and calm anxiety, because you do actually have the worry beads there that's come out. And I did mention about the inner critic or worry about, anxiety kind of energy there. But I feel like you've got nothing to worry about ultimately. Maybe it's just literally about repetitive patterns and you don't want to get caught in one. Or maybe you're literally going to an exhibition that's connected to Kusama, and actually that's a signpost from the universe that some good news is coming in, and then actually you're going to celebrate a win in February. So please take it as it resonates. I'll move on now with the cards that you have been given here, but there's obviously something in that because I can see it in the water. Now it says map exploration, finding your way, location, unknown destination, new territory, lay of the land, planning, preparing, charting your course, reading the signs, figuring it out, directions, and new perspective. So that's all encompassed in the energy that I certainly felt in your reading. But also I feel this is about you maybe even putting yourself on the map on some area of your life, or perhaps making your mark, or looking at where you feel like you belong right now. I feel like you're really focused on your life's purpose and mission and your destination point, and you're certainly on your way to accomplishing that. Now we do have the worry beads there, okay, and it says here, worry, fear, anxiety, irritated. I mean, there could be someone who tries to push your buttons this month. Five of Swords can be a clash, or it can be something preying on your mind, or something that someone says. So, perhaps there may be a potential, especially round about Mars going direct, someone irritating you, okay? But I feel like you diplomatically deal with it, step away from it, and don't allow it to, mess with your inner peace, because I feel like you're protecting your inner peace there. Calming, soothing, bored, passing time, upset, unease, needs care, fretful, ritual, repetitive motion, de-escalating, and nervous tick. Okay, I feel like you're conquering these things, but also I feel this could be a de-escalation of a conflict. I mentioned an olive branch there as well. But for some of you, it could be that if you feel you've hit a plateau, that you're just passing time at something and you need to be more inspired or expand on something, I definitely see that this is the month to explore your options and really just go for it. And also we've got rings. Okay, now rings, they can be that some of you are literally getting married, for example. Congratulations if that's you. But also it could be that more than anything, I feel the majority of you are focusing on your agreements, your projects, your tasks, your responsibilities. It says contracts, bonds, strong connections, unions, partner, counterpart, lovers, telepathy, like-minded people, committed, partner, engaged, interconnected, and soulmate. So if you're looking for love, this is a strong month for you to strike up a conversation with someone. I do see that you meet this person in a group of people where there's celebration or dancing. There's definitely some, revelry there. But also it could be meeting like-minded people, networking as well there. So very positive month, a lot going on. Just going to go and get a trinket or a room before we close. We got the mushroom, Okay, now the mushroom could be connected to something that you are going to be looking into in terms of health. So it could be a product or, you know, an elixir or something that has mushroom properties that are going to really help your energy or, you know, your mind or your anxiety, for example. Always get advice of a practitioner. Very important there before you explore these things. But also with the mushroom, it could be that you've been in a little bit of a dark period or you've been going through a challenge, and this is where you've had the most growth. You know, the most kind of like eureka moments or the breakthrough moments happen when we go through chaos or challenge. And I feel like you're coming out the other side of that, okay? This could also be a logo of something that you will see in the next coming weeks or months, and it indicates a win. But also, I would say a lot of you are looking at detoxifying your life, body, mind, and soul, and your environment as well. So especially with that fourth house, you may be like rearranging things or, you know, decluttering things or looking at like vibrations of gadgets, for example, and just making sure you create a space where you feel unaffected by these vibrations or things like that. So I'm just going to leave it there, my beautiful Sagittarians. There's a lot going on this month. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. Before I move forward, though, I'm being shown a beautiful black cat in the shadows, and all I can see are the eyes. So either there's going to be a little familiar who is going to be watching you from the corners and wants to adopt you in life, or it could be, again, this energy of vigilance, watching. Okay, cat's eyes. So yeah, it could be that perhaps you are being headhunted this month. Someone's watching you. Perhaps some of you are thinking about surveillance or, you know, looking into security, for example, being vigilant on something or keeping your eyes peeled for an important letter or communication. If that's you, I see it's really positive coming through. Make sure you look at your hard copy mail because I feel you don't want to miss this, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. Also, if you'd like to be in the chance to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is visualize the earth in a golden healing light. I really feel we're going to need it this year. That's all I ask of you. If we all collectively do it, we can really make a difference with our energy. And all you have to do once you've done that is in the comments box below, put an emoji of a world and a heart. And if you don't have access to emojis, then just please write the words world and heart, and I will enter everyone into a competition, and one subscriber will win a free personal reading from me. I'll announce the winner towards the end of February there for you, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians, and love and light.